I'm going to play for you a clip from someone who is truly, completely disconnected from reality. This is someone that even if you look at the nutty religious zealots that we talk about on this show on a spectrum, this is someone who is off of that spectrum altogether because they are just so disconnected from any semblance of rational thought or connection to this real world that we live on. This is Cindy Jacobs. Cindy Jacobs, by some, I guess, is considered a respected prophet. She put out an update, a prophetic update, about a possible attack in which she talks about the various times that her prayers worked with regard to attacks, okay? This is the same person who on this program, we played clips of her saying that the prayers of her 6-year-old daughter prevented a presidential assassination, that she healed her own vagina tumor with Jesus, and she also revealed the reasons for mass bird and fish extinctions, which she said were because Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. That's the context for Cindy Jacobs on this program in the past. And here she talks about her prayer and its effect on the Navy Yard shooting. Okay, that's all I'll say. Let's watch. Let's listen.
I remember actually giving sometimes warnings where I believe we should have had some more intercession behind that. I think when I warned recently about some terrorism or some violence coming in Korea, there was a shooting up at the DMZ right after that. I think of many, many other times. I remember being in a meeting with our prayer leaders and I said, we've got to pray for the Naval Yard, in Washington, D.C. And that's, kind of random. And we prayed, and there was a shooting there, but it didn't take out as many people as it could have. It's horrible. Anyone ever dies. Also called for the Navy. I think it was maybe in Norfolk, and there were some occurrences. So I want to say, God, why does God give these words? Because He's a merciful God. And He doesn't want these things to happen.
That's right. She knew to pray for the Naval Yard before the shooting, and the prayer worked, not because it prevented the Naval Yard shooting, but because fewer people died in the Naval Yard shooting as a result of her prayer. How is this woman considered by anyone to be a gifted prophet, someone who can predict what's going to happen? This is a charlatan of the highest degree who is given a position on all sorts of bizarre Christian TV shows as a prophet.
Right. Well, we know why people listen to her. What I want to know is if she actually believes her own nonsense or if she is just trying to bring in the cash. I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I have a sense that she does believe it. She strikes me as kind of like the Sylvia Browne of Christian psychics. Sylvia Browne, just a regular psychic, I guess. It's kind of funny to even use that term. It actually seems like every time Cindy Jacobs prays, someone dies. I think the best thing she could do is to stop the prayer altogether.
I think the best thing she could do is just take that one-way trip to Mars, David.
You want her on the Mars One project, Lewis.
I do. I don't want her on this planet anymore.